Hey Aquarius seekers, welcome. Show me March, please, for Aquarius. Oh. 8 of Wands and Page of Swords. Fast communication. Fluid, sharp, accurate, fun, lighthearted, easygoing. Conversation just flows. The post goes viral. The Page of Cups, High Priestess, King of Pentacles. Something that begins lighthearted and small grows and deepens into something very meaningful. Very powerful. That will deeply, deeply affect you. This conversation or connection or for some of you studies is going to open a world for you to worldviews and truths that you're only beginning to scratch the surface of them, but it's a rabbit hole that you are not coming out of. You're going through it and you're going to build a new world with it. This is literally Alice stumbling into the rabbit hole. Not noticing, just walking around. This is Persephone stumbling into the underworld. You know, there's all kinds of variation in the story of Hades and Persephone from the Greek mythology. Most of them include Hades kidnapping Persephone and takes her to the underworld, which he rules. And then in turn, she becomes the queen of the underworld. But it starts with a kidnap, right? It starts with taking her against her will. However, there are other versions to it in which so Persephone is known to be the daughter of Demeter, goddess of life, right? Of earth, of creation, of nature. And she's known to be a herbalist as well, Persephone. Very masterful in the arts and crafts and knowledge of plant medicine. And she stumbled upon the Dattore. Dattore is a very powerful plant that connects the worlds, right? The flower itself is above ground in the world of the living. The roots themselves are below ground in the world of the dead, in the underworld, according to the Greek mythology. Now, you can say that about any plant, of course, but there's a vast difference between the flower that is beautiful and tempting and the roots that are very, very deep and big and go really, really, really down. Like you would think it's the roots of an oak tree, not just a seemingly little flower. And the Dattore serves a portal between the worlds, according to myth. So when Persephone stumbled upon it as a professional herbalist, an expert in flowers, she knew exactly what this flower is. And when she picked it, she knew that she's going to open a portal to the underworld. Maybe Hades kidnapped her and made her be his queen. And maybe she planned it. And it's okay that he fell for it because they are very, very similar. He fell for it in a good way. She wanted him, he wanted her. Simple as that. We made her into a victim because, well, women have been victimized for millennia and have been kidnapped and have been forced. So that helps us heal through that story, you know. She was kidnapped and then she overcome and became the most powerful queen in myth. It's legitimate, I'm not judging it. It's good to have those versions as well, to have those archetypes as well, to help us heal society, right? However, women, in essence, are very, very powerful. And that version shows the power of women. She is the queen of the underworld now, Persephone in myth, and the queen of the living, right? She rules the seasons. That's the story behind the seasons. During winter and fall, she's in the underworld, and during summer and spring, she's in the above world, which gives her the wisdom of all, the yin and the yang, of the living and of the dead, of the polarities. She's a bridge between the worlds. And in a way, you're stumbling into that. But in a way, your psyche kind of asked for it and planned for it this entire time. Maybe you yourself as a 3D person are surprised and clueless as to what you're about to stumble into, but your soul has been planning it all along. And maybe it's you, but maybe it's someone else that you're encountering. You might be bumping into this person, or somehow them find you or you find them in a seemingly random situation or lighthearted situation, but you find yourself in a new world. In the underworld's wonderland, and where you're going to meet all the roots of knowledge that are relevant to you in order to build your next world. See this King of Pentacles here? It's a turtle with all these roots and a tree and the entire cosmos. You're tapping into the Great Mother, to her belly and to her shell. Very powerful reading, very powerful start. Pisces season serves as the portal for this. And I think you're going to find yourself a very different person through this journey, through this process. I think whatever it is, as much as you think you know at this point, nothing compared to what is going to unfold to you. And you're going to look back and see, oh my God, I thought I was an adult, I was a child. And that's okay. It's beautiful, it's sweet. It's like, I'm picking up on someone, like, the imagery that I'm getting is someone walking through a market or a festival, and they see like this cute little tarot reader, right? Or and they're like, oh, what the hell? It's like $10, whatever, I'll pay it. Seems lighthearted and fun. Maybe you don't even believe in these things, though you're here, so I'm assuming you do. Or maybe you're just a curious bypasser. But you sit at that table, and then the things she tells you are so profound and so poignant, and it completely changed your world. And all you did was wake up in the morning and thought to yourself, I think I'm going to go to the festival. It looks like fun. And by the time you go to sleep, your life is transformed and will never be the same again. Six of Wands. This is a journey you've been on for a while, whether you were aware of it or not. Everything was leading to this. You've been fighting a lot of fights for justice, for truth, for yourself, for your own personal victories. And every single one of them was like a braid in your hair. You know, women used to, not just women, tribals used to add another braid for every victory in battle. Okay? So all these braids that you kept adding to your arsenal of braids to your hair, suddenly makes you look completely different. everything adds up and connect. The little things combined become very powerful. And here you are, a fist with a silk glove. This is a journey. This will take time. It's starting now. I don't know if it's a person, a catalyst, event that triggers all of this. Another page of coins. It will require studying, because we have 3 pages here. It will require studies. It will require opening your mind to other things, schools of thought, different cultures, different approaches. You're starting to develop different skills, several at once. So it might feel a bit overwhelming. Take it easy, enjoy it. It seems like you have a mentor here or a guide. Seven of Cups. The more worlds unveil to you, the more confusing it will get. There's so much to learn, so much to know. You can't possibly do it all. Take it easy. Do one thing at a time. Be discerning. Be focused. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Master each thing separately, responsibly. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You can't take 1,000 steps at once. Queen of Cups. This is going to be a very emotional time. And a very psychic time. I think you're meeting a psychic, or you're becoming a psychic, or both. I think a lot of your talents, I think your gifts, some of you have like real psychic gifts that are going to be reawaken. Some of you are going to recall a past lifetime memory. It's going to take you back to a place you lived or culture. It will make you want to start dressing up the way that people dressed up in that culture or in that place. Go for it. It will just trigger more memories and more knowledge. You're going to receive a profound message this month. Profound, transformative. Something very specific with water. Either diving or being next to water. Maybe looking into water, maybe like looking into a bowl of water or into a lake will trigger something. Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. An aspect of your past lifetime within you is reawakening and is and it's integrating into you. You're going to feel like a different person, but it's an alchemy of the person that you are that got to a certain level that it needed to get to. Okay, great. You're there. Now it's time to get integrated with the old self that was, solidified then, and it's time to connect them into one. It's almost like two aspects of a soul uniting and it's like mercury drops. If you spill mercury drops on the floor, they will move towards one another. That's what soulmates do. We move towards one another. It's inevitable because the same matter is drawn to its source, right? Similar matters, if it's the same material, if it's the same essence, it will just draw to itself, back to itself. It always seeks unification. So an aspect of yourself is uniting with this aspect of yourself, and you're becoming a new third thing, person, essence, entity, Ace of Pentacles, and it's like a rebirth within a lifetime. But it's not a completely different character. Again, it's an integration of two different characters that were very, very important to your soul's journey. And now the next step is them being solidified together. They were liquidized, and now they get solidified. Okay. Taking it a step too far with the analogies, but it's not just an analogy. I literally see that happening to you, like this alchemical process. Nine of Swords underneath the Page of Swords. If you've been worried about a Gemini energy, it might be proven correct. There is a loss attached to it, to all of this. Something will be lost. Something will be mourned. It's fate. When Persephone went down to the underworld for her initiation of to become the most powerful goddess in myth, she had to give up on her old world, on her world of living for a while, on her family, on the Olympus, right, and being on Mount Olympus. Eventually she had both worlds, but at first she had to make a sacrifice. Anything else, please, for Aquarius for March? Hope you had a lovely birthday season, by the way. Did I mention that I'm working with the Tarot of the Divine? In case you're interested. Some of you are going to begin waking up to your psychic powers, or it will be taken to the next level, and then you'll receive a message you don't want to hear. Don't let it, don't retreat because of that. It's part of it. Conclude, please. I will continue this reading as a love reading. I will focus on your love life. This will be the foundations, but I will narrow it down to focusing on love, and then we'll also pull runes. That will receive messages from the runes for you. It's available below in the description box. You have it on Vimeo and on Patreon. Check out both platforms to see what works for you. I would love to see you over on Patreon. Okay. Anything else? The Wheel of Fortune. It's just extra validation, and even more so, like, I think things are about to change drastically for you. But we have the Star and Nine of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. It's going to come with a major wish fulfillment. For those of you who felt like you don't belong here, like there's something else, and you can't understand your connection with this realm, and you feel like a little cute starseed, you're going to experience something that will make you feel really connected to this earth, to this life. Things will start making sense in a way they haven't before. And there's something very, very hopeful and transformative about this reading. It's almost fantastical. And especially with the Nine of Pentacles here, with the Ace of Pentacles, there's tangible, positive results. Some of you made a sacrifice a long time ago. I don't know what it was, or you feel like you made some sort of mystical sacrifice, or and it's coming back around. Nature always aspires for equilibrium. So when something is lost, eventually the void will be filled with something. So this feels like it's been a long time. It's been something that happened a very long time ago, where the void was created, where you've sacrificed something, had something taken from you, sense of loss, grief even. But something is coming in to fill that void, and it's very powerful and very loving. Be prepared for one hell of a ride. One underworld of a ride. We don't talk in terms of hell here. We talk in terms of the underworld. It's not evil versus good. It's just polarities. And it's all valid. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a second. Thank you for being here.